Hello, I'm Steven Angulo, and welcome to our YouTube channel. Here at CineGuy, we believe in only one thing, giving you the content you deserve. Each week, we dedicate ourselves to watching a newly released film in the hopes of letting you know whether to go check it out or not. But here, we don't just watch movies, no. We study them. We dig into them in the hopes of finding that line? Oh, gotcha. We dig into them in the hopes of finding that treasure that makes them glorious. Did I say that right? You want me to go again? I can do that. We dig into them in the hopes of finding that treasure in what makes them worth watching. Was that a good emotion, or should I bring it down a little bit notch? Bring it up? Okay, I can do that. We dig into them until we can find that hidden treasure that makes them worth watching. That was too much? Okay, I can tone it down. It's okay, it's okay. But we're not like any other review channel. No. Here, we put you guys first. Is it you guys or just people? I mean, I think it works either way, right? We believe in putting you, the people, first before any I'll go again, sorry. We believe in putting you, the people, first before any one of us in giving you the videos that you subscribe to. I think that was pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. Can I have some water? I mean, my throat's a little dry right now. Oh, goodness. Why do these promos take too long? I mean, we got other things to do, right? Welcome to CineGuy, where movies and our viewers, that's you, come first. Oh, finally. Why do these take so long? My goodness, where's my chicken parm? Good evening, movie people. Welcome back to a new episode of the CineGuy. I'm your host, Steven Angulo. Let's talk film. One of the most talented and mind-boggling directors of our time is Quentin Tarantino. His ability to tell stories has revolutionized filmmaking throughout the years, and he has really made a name for himself. From Pulp Fiction to Hateful Eight to Django Unchained to even Inglourious Bastards, this guy has such a unique taste in film that there's just no way to compare him to anyone else. So when he announced a new movie coming out, audiences everywhere were stoked to see what else he had up his sleeves. And what did he give us? A beautiful homage to the 60s, as well as older movies and television shows, as well as a little bit of Leo DiCaprio and some Brad Pitt on the side. Now, when I walked into this film, I knew exactly what to expect. Great storytelling, an amazingly written, well-written screenplay, incredible acting, and just beautiful scenery overall. I mean, this film was everything that Tarantino is, pretty much. Although the violence and gore wasn't really that severe in this one. You'll see what I mean later. So in true Tarantino fashion, this movie was 3 stories connected into one. Just like Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Bastards, we get to delve into these 3 different stories that could have really been made into movies themselves. The way the stories connect with each other is just so, it's not like Pulp Fiction or Inglourious Bastards glory, but it's still pretty good in this one. Like for starters, here are the 3 different stories. We've got Rick Dalton, played by Leo DiCaprio, as he is he's pretty much like a has-been actor who was like really big for like a major role he had in a past TV show. But then like everything starts going downhill. He's just going for like smaller roles that don't really define him as an actor. It's not really a good use of his talent. And that is of course brought up by this like agent type character played by Al Pacino, who reminds Rick that he's slowly, coming down from playing like villain roles in like TV shows, who usually gets killed at the end. Now, Rick doesn't want that in his life. No, he may be a character actor, but he's a protagonist. He is not a secondary or even an antagonist. He's got to be at the center of it all. So his whole story is about searching for a name for himself. The whole, wanting for a new identity, rather than just, recycling who he used to be. And let me tell you, the way Leo played Rick Dalton was incredible. You sort of get a preview of what it's like to be an actor struggling to, be glorious like many of these other stars that we admire. And it's not an easy journey. No. Like when you got a role in this Western by playing the bad guy and he just screws up his lines, he goes back to his trailer and he's all like upset about like, oh, why did I embarrass myself like that? No, no, no. And that was really powerful. Like that truly convinced me that being an actor is not an easy task. There's just so much that goes into it, especially psychologically. But in the end, Rick proves to himself that he is what he is, a good actor. So yeah, he tries to rebuild his career by starring in foreign films down in Italy, and where he is playing the main character, and yeah, it seems like he's doing a pretty good job. He got married, he's wealthy again. Well, he's always been wealthy, but he's, like good actor wealthy now. Rick Dalton proved to the audiences that he truly is a brilliant actor who knows what he's doing, and he's good at it too. Hell, I might even say he's better than most of the actors we have today. And these guys, they got some work to do compared to Rick Dalton. And he's not even real, so think about that. For the second story, it follows Cliff, played by Brad Pitt, who is Rick Dalton's best friend and stunt double, but now turned like personal valet. Now you might think his story is the same as Rick's. He's also trying to look for like a better name for himself as a stunt double since he hasn't been getting much work lately. In a way, he does. Like, he does try to get stunt double work, but I guess, like, his ego and personality gets in the way. Like, one of my favorite scenes of the whole film is, well, someone playing Bruce Lee, who's, like, talking about, like, how he's the greatest fighter known to man, and, like, he could kill you if he wanted to, but he's not going to do it because he'd go to jail and that stuff. And, of course, Brad Pitt shuts him up by having a little, like, contest with him, to which he wins by throwing Bruce Lee onto a car and denting the door. Think about that right there. Brad Pitt beat up Bruce Lee. Like, no, you don't mess with the Dragon Master. That does not happen. But no, him looking for work is just like a side piece to the story. His main story begins when he picks up this hippie looking girl. I forgot her name or who played her. She wasn't that important. And she has to be taken to like this old like farm where they used to like shoot movies at. And Cliff recognized the name of the farm because that's where he shot a movie. He knows the owner. But when he gets there, it becomes like a hippie, hillbilly, like little county. Everybody looks super dirty. They're not wearing any shoes. Girls are wearing like jean shorts and like tank tops, while the guys dressed like cowboys, not wearing anything at all. It's just kind of weird and creepy at the same time. But here's the real plot point. That farm is not like a little hillbilly county where people who hate the government can go and chill and live their lives. No. They are actually members of the Manson family cult who are murderers and killers on the side. That's the beauty of Quentin Tarantino. He enjoys putting like bits of history into his work. Like Django and like, slavery or Inglourious Basterds and how he pretty much killed Hitler in like a movie theater. So when he announced a movie about Hollywood, we thought, okay, maybe it's a movie about actors, stuff like that. No. What's the side plot? The Manson family. And it works pretty well too, even though we never see Charles Manson. Like, how can you have the Manson family without featuring Charles? But with this story with the Manson family, Charles is like a ghost. They just talk about him like, oh, he's our leader, we love him. The hippie girl that Brad Pitt picks up calls him Charlie. And this whole little community of like his followers, they're all like, I guess they're like brothers and sisters, because like, you touch one, you mess with the whole family. Like when Brad Pitt goes back to his car, he sees that he has a flat tire caused by one of the hillbillies. Now I know they're hippies, but this guy was disgusting, right? He's got like the long hair, the rotting teeth, he had no shirt on, he was super skinny, he just laughed like and all that stuff. That is terrifying, alright? That is not like the Woodstock or let the sun shine kind of hippies. No, that was like straight up trailer trash right there. So when Brad Pitt beats up the guy and forces him to change his tire, one of the girls goes and finds one of the male leaders of the family named Tex, played by Austin Butler. My gosh, did he look filthy. I mean, you'd think like all those years of dating Vanessa Hudgens, you'd be a little more cleaner than that, right? And of course, this dude's like eager to kill Brad Pitt, but he's too late because Brad Pitt already left. So this does show like the maniacal, sinister side of the Manson family, how they just want to kill because they feel it's right. And for the third story, it's Sharon Tate's, played by Margot Robbie. Hers really isn't that exciting as the past two. It just shows her like, appreciating who she is as an actress. Like she's seeing her own movies, she's going to parties, she's just living life. Like, being with friends and stuff like that. Here's a little history lesson for you guys. The character of Sharon Tate, she's real. She was an actress back in the 60s who was really big. But do you know what made her really famous? She was one of the victims of the Manson family murders. So when you hear a film that has Charles Manson and Sharon Tate in the same story, you think she's gonna die. That's gonna happen. No, 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 no. That's not how Tarantino works. He loves to blend history to make it more enjoyable. I mean, this guy murdered Hitler by shooting him, not even shooting him, like obliterating his body with bullets while in a movie theater that caught fire. So with this one, how did he have his fun? That's where the epic finale comes in. So like I said, Tarantino films like to connect together like a big Seinfeld episode. Here's the connection. After a night of partying and having a good time, Sharon, Rick, and Cliff return to their own homes. Now Rick is just chilling in his pool, listening to music, while Cliff is walking his dog and smoking acid. 3 members of the Manson family, including Tex, go to Rick's house with plans to kill him because he influenced them through his movie roles that required him to kill. Yeah, I know, it sounds dumb, right? That's the equivalent of saying that mass shootings are caused by video games. I mean, I play Skyrim. Why am I not the Dragonborn yet? Explain that to me, politicians. When they go into the house, Rick is still in the pool, but Cliff returns from walking his dog and he is high as a kite. And of course, the 3 members recognize him as the guy, who invaded their home. So they're ready to kill him on the dot. Like, Tex has the gun while the other 2 have knives. But of course, it's time for us to hail the real hero of the film, Cliff's pit bull. Like when he jumps on Tex to get rid of the gun and just starts mauling him, it is just pure Tarantino insanity. And as for the 2 women holding the knives, Cliff throws a can of dog food at one, breaking her nose, and she's just screaming bloody murder that it hurt my ears. I was like, shut up, just kill her already. And as for the other one, she ends up stabbing Cliff on the side. So what does Cliff do? Grabs her by the hair and just starts smashing her face against every surface he can find. Wall, cabinet, kitchen table, the floor. It is just pure gory beauty right there. What about the third one screaming? Well, she runs into the pool where Rick is. He's still screaming and shooting the gun in the air. So what does Rick do? Does he call the police? Like, hey, there's a crazy person here shooting a gun. No. Here's a little part that I miss. One of Rick's favorite roles in his films was shooting a flamethrower at a bunch of Nazis. So, you know what I'm going at with this, right? He goes to his garage and takes out the flamethrower and engulfs the woman into flames. Oh my gosh, it was so unexpected and so beautiful at the same time. I was like, Tarantino, you are a psychotic genius. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a pretty good movie overall, even though the ending kind of had you wanting more, like, what's going to happen next? There has to be more. I mean, Cliff's going to the hospital, Rick is finally meeting Sharon Tate and having, hanging out with her. There's more to be done. And also, where is Charles Manson? But overall, we still got a pretty fun movie that was really well written, very intelligent, and just pure entertainment. And that's what we want from Tarantino. And he delivered, and Tarantino, we are grateful for you, sir. Thank you. Character game. Leo DiCaprio as Rick Dalton. Great job, Leo. Real Oscar-worthy performance right there. You even had me believing that you were an actor who was down in his luck. And I know that's not true for you because you were doing incredible. So great job, Leo. Brad Pitt as Cliff. Now, I will be honest. This right here was one of Brad Pitt's greatest roles in *Inglourious Basterds*. I mean, every scene he had, he stole the show. He was just so much fun. And you know what? He deserves the Best Supporting Actor award for the Oscars because he was just amazing. Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate. Now, I will admit this. She was a lot of fun. That's for sure. She played her character really well. Especially, as an actress, who loves what she does. But I feel like there could have been a lot more to her, because her story just felt more like a diary, like a vlog of some sort, or like like a biopic of some sort. There had to be more to the story than just her, living her life. I wanted to see more. There had to be more to the story than just her living her life. All right, I want to see more, like her interaction with the Manson family, or maybe more Rick Dalton or Cliff, interaction, something like that. So is it Oscar worthy? No. Is it still a lot of fun? Yes, it's Margot Robbie. Everything she does is fun. So in conclusion, if you're a big Tarantino fan, you will enjoy this film. All right, it has everything that he's good at. All his magic is right there, including a little extra on the side, and that just makes it better, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Do go check it out. It's playing in theaters now. So my final rating, I'm giving this film 9.2 hippies out of 10 little girls who are better actors than the actual actors themselves. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and join the crew, and I'll see you next time for a new episode of the CineGuy. I'm Steven Angulo, signing off. That's a wrap. So, how was that?
It could have been better. Let's go one more time, shall we?
One more time? Are you kidding me? I've been here all day, alright? That was pretty good right there. Let's stick with that shot, alright? I like it. No. I'm not doing this anymore, alright? We're done, alright? We are done here. Gosh.